Awesome. Every day, all day. This is how we roll. This is 97.9, the BOX.
Hi. Uh-oh. We're good. We're not buffering. How are you?
Good. How are you?
What's up? I'm good. I'm Young Jas, too. I don't think we've ever formally got to
We've never formally met. I just told KG, I said, look, I've never met Jazz. But no, seriously, we should be friends.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't know why you was hanging with J Max. See, I be hanging with him, too, though. I can't lie. That's what I told him.
No, he speaks so highly of you. And so I'm like, I already know, like.
He actually speaks very highly of you, too, as well. He was like, I can't wait for y'all to get to know each other. I was like, you're not trying to come crash my interview? He's like, no, I can't wait to see this one. So he probably somewhere watching at home watch. He's going to be commenting. But for everybody who doesn't know you, Lenora, like, we gotta do it from A all the way to Z and everything. So first, we'll just start. Like, how did you start, like, getting into music and stuff?
I've been singing. My mom said I've been singing ever since I could talk. I was singing forever, but I was an opera singer first. So I started out doing opera when I was 13 years old.
How did you get into opera?
Like classical choir and stuff like that in school. And then I went to HSPVA, the High School for Performing and Visual Arts here. And then from HSPVA, I went to Loyola, New Orleans, and I was a vocal performance major. And I was a soprano, a lyric soprano, mezzo soprano. And then from there, when I was in New Orleans, girl, I started getting into jazz and improv and songwriting. And so then from there, I wrote a few terrible songs, and then I started getting good at it.
Right. So how did you, before, I want to talk to you about New Orleans too, of course, but like, so what was the moment, or like, you said you were writing songs and stuff, and you were building with it, where you knew like, okay, like I can do this, like for real, I got it?
I think that when I was in college, I really... when you are a little bit more childish, you have less fear in your head. So I feel like then I was just like, I got this. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Like,
no, I feel you.
I was just like, no, I got this in the bag. Even when the songs weren't great, I was like, nah.
Like, I'm finna get it done. But you did, and that's how you did
I
it.
was like, I'm gonna find my market. They're gonna like these weird songs for sure.
Yes.
But
no, go ahead.
No, so then so when I was in college, I was doing mixtapes too. I used to go under a different name. That name, this shall remain nameless. I'm not gonna say what the name was.
What was the
I ain't
name?
gonna say it, Jazz. I ain't gonna say it.
Wait,
you ain't gonna find nothing under the name.
Well, you gotta tell me, why did you change the name? It was just like an embarrassing.
Well, I didn't agree with, at the time, the music that I was putting out. I was like, I was still trying to find myself. You know that. Like, when I was making mixtapes, I was like flipping Drake songs and stuff like that. And I was trying to find it. And my first name is Chelsea. My middle name is Lenora. And so I switched to Lenora because my grandmother's name was Lenora. And I was named after her. She raised me. And so she passed away in 2010, my freshman year of college. And I was super close to her. And so I realized maybe a few years ago, I was like, it only makes sense to carry on her name because it's an homage to her, And especially if you're going to be doing, we got to do some legendary shit and just keep her name, you know what I mean, going. Yes. And so that's why I changed it to Lenora, basically.
I like that. That's big inspiration. Okay, that and it fits you. It fits you.
Thank
and
you.
It's unique. I like
only people who only great aunts and like great grandmothers and like are named Lenora. I realized I was like, it's no millennials or Gen Y, Gen Z? There's no Gen Z or millennials named Lenora. So I was like, it shouldn't be too many. I mean, maybe a few, but it's rare.
Original. It's original, for sure. Okay, so when you was living in New Orleans, do you feel like, you said you were picking up jazz and all that stuff, so it took like a influence on your music and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I started, that's why I learned improv, right? And just not sticking so much to the script. Because the thing about with
opera... What do you mean by improv, like as a singer?
Like, basically just doing stuff on the spot, like trying different things with your voice and not basically with opera and with classical music, you're kind of constrained to a piece of music that somebody else wrote. So I started just like, okay, well, maybe what if I wrote my own stuff? But the real reason why I got out of opera, girl, was because I was like, for one, I realized that I'm gonna have to go to grad school and be in more debt.
To do opera?
Oh yeah, like most, it's a whole career path, and then most people be broke and singing, and like not everybody's story is that, but they be singing in the chorus, and then you don't get your big role till you're like 30 when you really come into your voice. And I was like, and really, I thought people in the opera world were annoying.
like the like the click.
It was intense. They were uptight, and I'm kind of like, I really am duality. I represent both. I'm from Hiram Clark. I went to school at HSPVA, so I was always around everybody. But I was just like that. They're a little too uptight and a little too annoying for me. I can't live like this.
You're like, they're not the ones for me. So after you finished at Loyola, you came back to Houston?
I came back to Houston, and girl, I worked at Whole Foods. I worked at Whole Foods Market. I worked at Whole Foods. I was trying to figure it out, girl. I was like,
was it decent though at Whole Foods?
I liked Whole Foods. I mean, the food was delicious. I worked in prepared foods, but the thing I didn't like was that people would be coming up there, kind of talking to you like you ain't have no degree. And so my girl, when I worked at Whole Foods, my mom didn't speak to me like for like a month, because I only worked there for 2 months. And then
she did not speak to you for a whole month?
She said, I can't believe, well, she spoke to me, but it was she was dry and short. She said, I can't believe that you got this degree and you went and worked at a grocery store. And I said, but it's Whole Foods. It's not really a grocery. It's like a luxury, I went from there to Enterprise Rental Car. I worked at Enterprise for like 9 or 10 months. And then from there, I went back to my family business. My mom's the publisher of a newspaper called Forward Times.
Oh, wow.
And we're an African-American community newspaper. We've been in business 60 years. My grandfather founded it, and I came back there and was the business manager after I developed some like business acumen or whatever. I didn't have that at all in school. I was only a singer. So once everything happened how it was supposed to, I worked at Whole Foods so I can earn my humble stripes, and then I worked in Enterprise to develop a sales and business acumen. Went back to my family business to learn to be an entrepreneur, and now I have my own team as an indie artist. So it all kind of worked together.
Wow, that is amazing. So wait, after
Thank
the month.
you.
Okay, wait, hold up. They're vacuuming over here, so let me just.
Girl, not they vacuuming. They keeping it clean for
I'm
you.
just sit in here. Oh wait, no. Thank you.
Jazz, let me tell you why I'm mad. I'm mad because you cute at every angle.
Stop! No, Lenora, stop. Listen.
Girl, you see I got this one angle?
I seen your videos on YouTube too, Lenora, of you doing the concerts. First of all, you gotta tell me how you set it up like that. Was that
Girl, this in my room.
This is your real room?
This is my real room, girl. I would show you my bed, but it's messy. But
your bed ain't made. Come on,
it ain't made. Come on, not made bed.
Come on now. That's so dope, though. Your room is really live.
During quarantine, we created a set in the corner because I really wanted to play live shows with my band, and I was like, how can we do this? And the band was like, where are we gonna do this? And I was like, we can do it in my room. And they were like, I don't think we're gonna fit in this room with all these instruments. I was like, y'all got to see my room. This is a big ass room.
How did you meet your band too, by the way? How did y'all all link up?
So we met because my manager, shout out Josh Dada, he had seen them playing, and a few of them, like my guitarist Austin Luna, I stalked him for a little bit because I seen him playing for somebody else at an event that I was singing at, and I was like, oh my god, like he's so good. And once he had kind of, my manager actually kind of put the band together, and I was like, I know how this goes. Like, let's see if if it works. And the first time we had a rehearsal, I literally loved them from that day on. And so they loved me and I loved them. And we've been playing. And then the first gigs that we did were like randomly like big gigs. We were playing like City Hall and the Microsoft store in the Galleria for Black History Month. And we played big gigs together, and they just all brought it, like their energy was right. Their work ethic was right. And our chemistry was right. So
see that. Oh, speaking of the Microsoft event, was that I missed that when I saw it all over J Mac's story, of course, man. But he did you perform with Slim Thug too? Y'all song?
I did. I had Slim come out and surprise everybody. And so, because we have the song Relax together. Well, I have Relax and then he's on the remix.
Okay.
And I asked him, he's so sweet. Shout out Slim. I asked him, I said, can you come and just do the show and surprise everybody? So he actually came in the back and so nobody could see him, and he came out and rapped his verse, and everybody was so excited. It was exciting. So he came and did that for us for Black History Month. I did a songwriting workshop for the first half, and then the second half we went over to the other side and we did a live show.
That's dope. I wish I would have been there, but now I'm gonna definitely be there. You know?
Yes, I gotta. Yeah, you gotta come.
For sure.
Yes.
How did you and Slim link up to do the song "Relax" for the remix?
Say that one more time.
How did you and Slim link up to do the song together, "Relax"?
So what's funny is Beans and Cornbread. Shout out Beans and Cornbread.
Yes.
Shout out Beans and Cornbread.
Cornbread.
So Beans and Cornbread actually produced that record. Well, they produced the instrumental, and I had been wanting to work with them. I got in the studio. I heard the track. You know, that track was initially intended for Zero.
Oh.
Yeah, so Zero was supposed to have that track. Yeah. And so I was like, I want it. Like, I you know, like, let me do something to it. So I went to LA, and I was just in LA, and I ended up meeting a super talented songwriter named Dab. Shout out Dab. And me and him got in the studio. We had just met like the day before, and we wrote this record together, and we I sent it to Beans and Cornbread, and Beans was like, this record is really, really, like, now I got to change my drums, and nobody ever makes me change my production. And so he ends up changing the drums. And after that, I was telling them, I said, the whole time we was doing this record, I said, I want Slim on this record. I want Slim Thug on this record. And I knew that Slim knew of me because we followed each other and stuff. But they were like, I think that you can do this record yourself, but I think that he can be on the remix. I think it's strong enough for you to do it yourself. And so I said, okay, that's cool, but I definitely want Slim on this remix. So I put the record out Friday, and then maybe Friday night, Slim was in my DMs, and he sent me a video recording the screen while he was rapping to the track, like doing a verse. And I was like, this is crazy.
Wait. So he had no clue that you had wanted him on it at all?
I feel like he heard the record and was like, no, this what happened. I'm lying. He heard, okay, because I got to get the story right. He heard the record. Slim heard the record. He told me this record is hard. And I said, that's crazy. The same night, I said, because I want you on this record. That's what happened. And then he was like, he didn't even say nothing back. He just sent me a video recording his computer screen on his phone, rapping to it. And I was like, I knew his voice, because Slim's voice is so iconic. I was like, I want that texture on this song. It's going to take it there. And so he sent me that. And then I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And so the first verses that he laid, they were more like what he thought I wanted him to do. So he was trying to be like respectful, and like, I said, no, nigga, I want Sugar Daddy Slim. I want Sugar Daddy Slim on this. Like, I want you to talk your shit. I want you to be disrespectful, you know? And so
how you do it.
So I got in the studio with him. He said, you know, he kept sending me stuff back. And then he said, you know, just come to the studio with me and G-Look. So I come to the studio that night because Slim had been popping up to my shows, Jazz, like randomly in little cafes. He would pop up in the back, try to blend in, but this nigga like 6'6", like he can't blend in.
Nowhere.
He can't. And
so with the Big Smoke everywhere. I'm like, what? Big
Smoke. But he genuinely, and this is the cool thing that's wild, growing up from Houston and being a fan of Slim Thug, he genuinely was a fan of mine. And that blew my mind. And so anyway, I went to the studio. I kid you not, he laid his verse so fast. Like, he worked so fast. And then after that, he got it right. But the first thing that he said, like, he was like, okay, so I get to be myself. You want me to really be me? I'm like, yeah, be you. The first line he said was, went from your mama house to living like a boss. And I'm like, yes. Talking shit. Yes.
That's that boss talk.
Ain't no such thing as working when you the boss spouse. I said, oh wow, this energy I needed. And so he did the verse and so fast, and then ever since then it's just kind of been history. You know, the rest is history. Like,
and to see y'all connect like that, and he was genuinely a fan of yours, like, that's different. That's really dope.
Yeah, it was dope.
I also love the cool video I saw.
Thank you.
Where did you shoot the video at?
Girl, we shot it on a ranch called Treehouse Ranch. And how we scouted that place, let me tell you, we got So shout out Riot Muse. We shot that entire video on an iPhone. The whole video shot on an iPhone.
Wait. Which iPhone?
Girl, I be feeling like Riot Muse got an iPhone 23 and it's just ahead of everybody's, but it's the same. I want to say she got an iPhone, was it an 11? She got a regular iPhone, but we shot it in 4K.
Okay.
But
we
shot it at a Black-owned ranch called Treehouse Ranch. And how we scouted that location was because we were loyal. What was it called? We were trespassing.
Wait, what?
We shot the cool artwork, the cover artwork, in this like abandoned property in front of the ranch. It's like a school right there, right by my house. We were just driving down. I feel like I don't live in the country, but Riot Muse always comes out, and so Riot Muse does all my visuals. She's another young Black woman from here, and she does everything. She does my hair, my makeup, my styling. Now not anymore. We growing, but at one point she was doing everything, and so, and a lot of times even now. But we were trying to scout the locations to shoot the cover artwork. Girl, we driving down the road. She's like, "You live in the country. This is country as hell." It's rooster. I hear roosters crowing every morning behind my house.
For real.
And so we literally were just driving down Alameda, Genoa, trying to find somewhere to shoot this cover artwork, just scouting. And we found the perfect spot, this abandoned school. And we brought, we brought stuff to do like a clothesline. We brought sheets. We brought an air mattress out there and strapped it to the back of the truck. Like, we was just trying to get it. And then from there, we saw right adjacent to that property was a ranch. And we were like, oh, this is crazy. Let's go shoot over there. And so we're shooting. We didn't go inside the gate because it's like closed. It's locked. It says no trespassing. And then eventually the owner of the ranch, he like drives up in his truck. He's like, yeah, like I have cameras. I see people telling me y'all shooting. Girl, this Texas out the open carry. I thought he was going to try to shoot his child. I said,
I would have been like, my bad.
Yeah, that's how I was. But then Riot Muse, she always, like, she literally is a riot. She gonna see how much she can get away with. So she like, so this all your property? Like, can we see it?
Ask questions. I like that. You always gotta have a friend like that.
Yes. And so he literally like lets us go inside, and it looks like, girl, it's huge. It's acres and acres. He got stages and houses and an office and a saloon and a junkyard back there.
Does he rent it out for things?
He does. But I think not as much anymore. But I told him, child, we're gonna have a music festival back here. It's Black owned. And we knew when we saw back there, we were like, we gotta shoot the video here. And so he was so gracious and let us shoot as long as we needed to, and cleaned it up and stuff for us. And they like family now, they let us use their horses and everything.
That's so dope. Can you please do a music festival out there?
Yes, girl. Long as you come, you gotta come, Jas.
Definitely. Come on, I'm ready for it.
You gotta come.
Do that, because I was thinking, I was like, we don't have no festivals in Houston. Like, we have festivals, but Safe for Night doesn't happen no more.
It doesn't.
It's like, we really
once it's safe.
Cool,
I definitely want to do a festival for girls for sure. Like, once it's safe, I want to do a girls festival. I definitely want to do that. And so I want to see in the comments who gonna come.
Speaking of girls, that is the title of your, is it EP or album?
It's a full-length project, girl. It's an album.
So this is going to be your debut album?
Yes, I've never put out a full-length project of original music. So this is new. Polyester the Saint, who produced Part-Time Lover, he produced the entire project, and I wrote the entire project. I didn't have any co-writers on it.
Wow, so this is all you. How long did it take you to, like, the whole thing?
So we recorded over a span of 1 year. Okay. We met each other in January 2019. And then we finished the very last session when I went in January 2020 before the world changed. And so we did all the songs there. And the crazy thing is, like, me and Polly met in the studio, and you can hear our chemistry change. You can hear as we get to know each other and trust each other in the music. It's really dope. Like, Part-Time Lover, I want to say, is the second to last song we did. So we really had locked in. But I'm not saying it because it's my project, but it's an incredible project. And it does, I promise you, it doesn't sound anything like anybody else's music. It's nothing like anything that's out. Even Part-Time Lover, like that's what I love about Polly. He takes risks, and it's incredible. It's incredible body work. I'm so proud of it. And I did it for us. I did it for the girls.
I love it. I cannot wait. So the vibe is like it's just totally different. Like I'm excited. We're gonna leave it at that. I don't want to have any spoilers or anything, but I cannot wait. Do you have a date for it?
Thank you. It's coming out very soon. I know.
Like
it'll be
soon.
So we definitely gonna have more music coming out soon. The entire body of work will be out. It'll be out. It'll be out soon. It's gonna be out soon.
Before the end of the year.
Maybe.
A Christmas gift, Lenora. Come on, this is
maybe.
Please drop it. Maybe.
The thing is, I don't wanna rush it, you know, because I wanna build things around it. I know the world is like unstable right now. We don't know what's gonna be what, but I want to be sure that everybody can experience it the way that we need to experience it. You know. I got something for you too, girl. I'm gonna get it to you. I got a little gift for you too.
Send it to me.
Yeah, I will.
DMs on Instagram for sure. I cannot wait.
Yes.
Well,
I'm so happy we got to meet.
Yes, we finally, even though it was virtual. I know. I'm not saying things are slowly opening up in Houston, so I'm probably.
I know, and I know y'all got a quarantine because J Mac told me. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. Well, it's not a big. That's good that y'all being safe, but I know y'all got a quarantine. So we definitely can't see each other until it's safe, because I know y'all have to work safely and y'all space together, but we definitely gonna hang out.
Yes.
I definitely been meaning to connect with you because, like I said, he speaks so highly of you. You always have great energy. And so I'm glad that we got to talk.
I can't believe we were not friends this whole time.
I know. Girl, we're friends now.
Mac was friends with you for like, he said, I've been friends for like 3-4 years. I'm like, what?
I know. J Mac has been my friend since before I was even had music out. That's what's crazy. I was sitting on so much music, and I would let him hear it, and he was like, "You just got to put it out. You got to put it out." And I would let him hear it, you know, when we would be going to different concerts and just hanging out and stuff. And so he definitely has seen the journey for sure. He's seen it.
He'll stick around. Like J Mac, keep it 100. I say
he do. He really does. He's so sweet.
He is. Well, thank you so much again, Lenora. And put your Instagram. Can you put your Instagram down there?
Oh yeah, let me do it right now.
And then when I post it on our Instagram, I will tag you and make sure.
Okay.
So everybody can follow and make sure you listen to the music. Cool, relax, Part-Time Lover, and I cannot wait for girls.
Yes.
I cannot wait for it. Here we go, right here.
I'm gonna put stream Part-Time Lover.
All right. Stream it. Go get it. Buy it.
Yeah.
$10.
Girl, I'm typing so slow like an old person.
You are though. You're like, wait, hold up. Let me see. No, but it's hard to do it when you're trying to stay in the camera and type a caption.
Right. And then my nails are clicking on it and stuff.
If you want good fortune, people, that's what you need to do tonight, this weekend, and feel the vibes. That's another thing.
Exactly. Feel the vibes.
You know,
I may just do, you know, I'm ready to dish. I may just do a Part-Time Lover story time. I don't know if I'm gonna do it right now. I know it's my mom's birthday, so I gotta get around there. But I've been wanting to do a little Part-Time Lover story time, child, so y'all can hear about why I wrote this song.
I'll give you some stories I done had too.
Okay, so when I do, maybe when I do Part-Time Lover story time, I can go live with you, and then we can talk about these stories, because girl, you know, when somebody, for real, when they an intern and then they become a part-time lover and then they may become a full-time lover and then they get fired. Like, off the team completely.
More than likely for me, though, it's like part-time lover fired. Like, we don't really get
to full-time. You don't even get to full-time. That's cold.
Look, I've been in savage mode for a while, but I'm trying to change my life around, okay, Lenora?
Yes.
I'm trying to get it right.
I understand. No, like, that's why I really feel like people should, like, especially women, I'm really big on that, girl, because I'm like, we should not feel pressured to have to be confined to a relationship or a marriage if that's not what we want. Like, sometimes you just gotta see how somebody do. You know, they gotta have a little what you call it, a trial period. We gotta see how to go.
And so sometimes it takes a certain navigating of a lot of different hitters before you figure it out too. Like, that's okay. Like, having a roster and having, different ones for different functionalities. That's normal.
Girl, that's fine. Let me tell you the truth. Most of the girls' project was written during my what we call a hoe phase. Okay, I'm just keeping it 100 with you. To me, there's nothing demeaning about that. It's just me saying that, like, hey, I really didn't have time to do nothing but keep it moving and just see what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this cool. Okay, it's not. Okay, blah, blah, blah. But most of it was written around that. And so
that's the beautiful thing. Whole phase is the best thing, because that is where you are literally living your best life for yourself.
You are.
Doing what you want to do every
Girl.
day.
Isn't that wonderful? You don't have to worry about nobody's feelings about it. So
I cannot wait to hear it again, man. You gotta let me hear it early. Before
girl, you definitely gonna hear it early. I'm gonna send you a link early. I promise.
Yay, okay.
Because I want to know what you think. I want to know which one you rocking with the most. I need to know.
For sure. Thank you so much. Again, y'all follow her. Sincerely, Lenora, and then I'm gonna post this to our page too when we get off. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you, Jazz. We had one conversation. I'm like, I love you.
Yes, I love you too.
Yes, my friend now. So
yes,
nothing you can do about it.
All right, girl. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.